The genocide has been happening in Igbocha for the past few days. Our lines will open shortly, but before has been well documented and chronicled, and everybody responsible will be held accountable. That I can assure you. Things can no longer be like before. I have also received a lot of representations from people far and wide all over the world saying that from now onwards, anything we intend to do, we shouldn't announce it. So don't expect me to come here to tell you what we're going to do in respect of the genocide going on in Obibo, but I can assure you we are going to avenge, and in a very spectacular manner at that. Do not be discouraged. We know what we are doing, and when it happens, you will hear about it. We will not announce it, but you will hear about it, because I've been told in no uncertain terms what the zoo animals have been doing. Our people seeking asylum in Canada, seeking asylum all over the world. I think one of them applied for asylum status in Canada, and we are told they made reference to the broadcast that I made a few weeks ago. And the authorities were telling them that that could count against them. So we also need to remember that our people are all over the world. People that fled this persecution and slaughter, and we must make it a safe landing for them wherever they are. So do not expect me to come on air, A, to issue directives, or two, to tell you what we're going to do, but you will hear about them from now onwards, because a lot of things are about to happen. So you have to bear with me. It is not everything that I will tell you or give command of live over the air. Please, you must bear with us. Because there is a gang up, as you well know, children of darkness, descendants of Lucifer. They do not see the wrong that the zoo does. If Nigeria kills you and you make any representation abroad, nobody will listen to you. That is a fact. I'm just telling you the truth. But as soon as we do something or we respond to the brutality of the state of the zoo, people that have interest in our oil and gas, they will start to jump up and down, because they think that the coming of Biafra threatens their stranglehold over the natural resources in our land. And the governors are not helping either. You all know that Dave Umahi and all the governors, they paid for the army to be deployed to our land. So it is a coordinated effort by the governors to kill as many people as possible. Do not trust any Igbo governor. Not one of them. They are all the same. Their job is to serve the Fulani Janjaweed, to maintain their idiotic status as political leaders from the East. That is the only thing that is of concern to them. If you ask them to kill all of us, for them to get the presidency or the vice presidency of Nigeria, they will gladly do so without any hesitation. No Igbo governor is trustworthy. Not one individual amongst them. They are very wicked and they're very evil, willing to kill and sacrifice their own people. Hausa people fought with Yorubas in a suburb of Lagos, in a part of Lagos. The Lagos state governor never asked the army to come and kill Yoruba people. But in our land, anytime Fulani people rape our mothers or abduct our daughters, and we react proportionately, the governor of that very state always, invariably, invites the army to come and kill us. That tells you all you need to know about the priorities of these people and those who they are actually serving. Therefore, we must be very careful with them. They hate us and they despise us because they want to make the Fulani oligarchy become lord and masters over the children of light. And that is not going to happen. It will never, ever happen. I thought before that they were going to become sensible or reasonable as a result of what transpired. They pleaded and begged for us to clean up our land and return to normalcy so they can look into the yearnings and aspirations, or should I say the demands of the young people. I did exactly that. We cleaned up. The protest became more peaceful. What Umahi and the rest of the Igbo governors did was to invite the army once again into our land. So anything you hear or see from now going forward, do not blame me, do not blame IPOB or anybody else for that matter. I will now endeavor to open our lines and take your calls. If I accept you, please you try and call. The caller on the line, please, your name and where you are, and you ask your question, please. Today is question and answer. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Simon. I'm calling from Almeria, Spain.
From Almeria in Spain, please go ahead.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to ask a question because there was an order he gave in 2014. Because this thing that is going on now, we don't know where it's leading to. There's an order he gave in 2014 in case if anything happens to you, what we should do to the zoo government and those that plotted it. I want to ask, as now you are outside or we don't even know where we are, in case anything happens to you, because what are we going to do? I want you to touch in that order anymore in case of, because we don't know what our enemy is planning. Because if they see a way to eliminate you, that will be the first thing. And the Fulanis and their agents will pay any amount to exterminate your life. So I want to know if the order still stands. Thank you.
The order, of course, the order still stands. It doesn't change. The order is there. It doesn't change. It doesn't change at all, at all, at all. Should anything happen to me, the NSAS protest will be a child's play, and they understand this. And they'll be chased around all over the world. One idiot is asking, you said you take the war to the north. It's coming. It is coming, I said. Umokoko. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello.
I
can hear you.
Yes, your name and where you are and your question, please.
Yeah, my name is Nemeka Batinji.
Where are you calling from?
So, I'm calling in the respect of...
where are you calling from?
From Indonesia.
Please go ahead.
So, the interview they granted you yesterday, there was a question you asked the man. What you asked him a question and he diverted the question. You asked him, what have you achieved as in Nigeria since 1960 till now? And he asked him, what are the values of Nigeria? And he diverted it. The thing, I felt so bad. He diverted it and saying that Nigerians are intelligent. That is this the answer to the question they asked you? Saying the Nigeria, yes, intelligent. Human beings are meant to be intelligent if you ought to have one. But he didn't answer the question that I called to. People sometimes they know the question, but they don't want to answer it.
They can't answer the question because they don't want to look bad. They don't want the Nigerian government to see them as bad people. But Chief Dada Momodu did very well yesterday. He asked, because the thing is that what makes an interview interesting is the quality of the questions. I think he asked good quality questions. It was an interview, and I asked him, and he said we can exchange views and ideas, which means an interview between 2 or 3 or 4 people. You ask me, I ask you, I answer, you answer. When I asked him a question to tell me what Nigeria can be proud of after 60 years, he said intelligent people. That's what I'm asking about. I'm talking about Nigeria as a state. In terms of the impact Nigeria has made on the lives of its people, and he said Nigerians are intelligent. That's not the answer to the question, with all due respect. The thing is that he didn't want to say, didn't want to say that Nigeria is a failure. He didn't want that to come from his mouth. It's for those who are watching and listening to be able to deduce from his answer what he had actually intended to convey.
And one thing only do, you see these medias in
zoological republic. They are all corrupt. Like that governor saying that all the whole Fulani in the whole Africa should be coming to, the West, the South. We don't know what is coming to us.
They are cowards. Listen, my dear, the journalists are cowards. They are cowards in the South. If anybody were to say that thing now, to say, oh, I want to use Iguacha to bring all the Igbos to come to live in Iguacha, hey, that same day, the army will invade my house. Somebody came up and said, there is no border in the north. The man said, we are working to bring Fulani from the Sahel, all of them to come to settle in Nigeria. They can be in Niger Delta, they can be anywhere. They have cattle, they live in the bush, and everybody just looking like an idiot. I think they are doing something. They sleep with their cattle, and then they kill the cattle they give us to eat. And that is what has... So it's like they're sleeping with us spiritually. I'm telling you the truth. They have messed people up in that zoo.
They have messed people up. And the media did not ask him a question. Look at China now. Because China is Malay, is in Singapore, then they have to allow the whole China people to come to Singapore or in Malay, live there as a citizen. They don't even think of those things.
The zoo media is one of the worst. They were doing well. I was praising them, I was saying, oh, they're doing well in the coverage of the SARS thing. As soon as that is Fulani with their intimidation and terrorism. Fulani, what they did is to say, NBC, find them. Once NBC issued 5 million or 5 billion naira fine to channels, to AIT, and to Arise Television, all the newspapers, they changed the next day. You heard that idiot called himself Desmond, the idiot, somebody called him, that fool, that inconsequent. Do you see why I don't watch Nollywood movies? They are stupid. They are foolish. Oh my God in heaven, those people, those children, they are, oh my God. Look at what the idiot was saying. A young person saying they should shut down the internet. Kai. If you have a movie of Desmond Elliott in your house as a CD or as a disc or anywhere else and you're watching it, anyway, you people are black. What do you know? This UG, useless set of idiots. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
From Aba.
What is happening in Aba today?
It's not really much. It's not really much, but I have a question. Today is a question and answer.
Please go ahead and ask your question. People said that somebody said that our IPOB community radio is repeating. Is that correct? Please go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead.
Although I was listening through the FM before calling you.
Oh, FM, listen to the FM. I want to know if the app is repeating, please. Is the app repeating?
I will try that to confirm that. So, but my question is this: what's a Ventra has been asking me one question to ask you. He said that why is it that the drum signal that came before the national anthem of Biafra is not being played?
What?
The drum signal.
Is that the person's problem? Listen, the national anthem that I play is a tribute to Professor Innocent Udenigbo. That is the version that I play. A tribute to Professor Innocent Udenigbo. That is what I need you to understand. Please, EKHB in South Africa, fix this very app. What the hell is going on? Fix it. Why is the app repeating?
Okay, sir.
Fix it immediately.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. That is the reason why. Please. It is a tribute to. They said the radio is working very well. Please, some of you should refresh your phones. Refresh your phone and stop writing rubbish to me. Refresh it. Refresh your phones. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Sir, good morning from here, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
From Lagos.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Igbo governors is that area. I just wanted to contribute. That each time they sit at that Enugu to have their meeting, the outcome is always how to subjugate our.
How to kill, how to murder people. That is what they always do. And some idiots should be defending them. Some bastards should be defending them. Huh?
That is what they always do. You see them now, all of them, all the failures, all the failed people over decade gathered one place, talking jargon every day and night. My contribution and suggestion here is we should devise a modality on how to deal with these people, because it's been a long age suffering. These people have been dealing with us, and every time they go scot-free because nobody have been touching them. Because this time around, it's either they listen, because how many are they that they have to sit down and decide our future from time to time, and nothing happens. Look at what Wike is doing. Look at what the Fulumahi is doing. All of them conspiring with the enemies, killing our people. I think enough of that nonsense. And secondly, sir, I think our in-house security need to be talked to. I know most time when all these things happen, so that we can also have a way of getting back to these people. Not every time we come to, it's good for us to shout, but while they are killing us, we should also be doing something on the ground, so that they too, they will be feeling it. That is my just little contribution here for sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. And I said to people, once you're in a revolution, you don't go home to sleep. You don't go home to sleep once you are in a revolution, because the enemies, once you stop fighting, the enemies will come after you. I warned them, they will not go home. And people went home. And that is a very massive problem. That is a very massive problem. When you are in a revolution, please, I beg of you, do not go home. Do not, all the able-bodied men and women, you don't sleep in the house. All the able-bodied men and women, you don't sleep in the house, because it is a revolution. I have restarted the system, and I believe that the app should be okay right now. The app should be okay, please. I have refreshed and restarted the system. The app should be okay. The app should be okay. By now, they said community radio does not refresh anymore. I don't know what it means by refresh. Is it working now? Is it working now? I need to know. Is it working? There is a problem with our system here, I can see. I don't know what it is, but there is a problem. I can see it is not going out. It is not going out. I don't know what the problem could be. We are doing all we can to rectify it. It says here connecting, and I want to see if it will, because I want those also in Biafra land, in Lagos, in Kanu, in Abuja, who are listening via FM to follow what we are doing this morning. They said there is an error on the encoder. There is an error on the encoder, and they are trying to fix it. I don't understand what this is. They said they're trying to fix it, and as soon as they do, then we shall reconnect. We shall reconnect. Please, whoever is doing what they are doing, please get away from the system so that I can try and remedy it from here. Because there is, I can see there are attempts to try to fix it from the back panel. It is showing here. Please stop so I can try and fix it from this very angle. Because right now our FM is not talking, and I don't know why that is the case. Each time I come on air, that is when these things happen. Each time I'm live on air, that is when it happens. It doesn't happen any other time, only when I am live on air. Only when I am live on air, that is when these things happen. That is when it happens. Very, very sad indeed. But we are live on Facebook, please. People can come on Facebook to listen for now until this very problem is rectified. Until it is rectified, because I'm restarting the entire system for those who are listening via FM in Biafra land. I am restarting the entire system to see if we can fix it. This problem always occurs each time I am live on air. I am going to accept some requests, please. If I accept you, then you call. Once I accept your request, you can then call, please. If I accept you, you call. At least Facebook is behaving itself. They are behaving themselves, please. All our apps are down right now. because we are trying to fix the system. We are restarting the system. We are resilient anyway. We have done this many, many times over, and we remain very strong. We are going to try once again to see if I accept your request on Signal, then you call. Once I accept your request, then you call. If you have called before, please do not call again. If you have called in the past 7 days, do not call again, please. Do not call again, I beg of you. Do not call. Let us try and connect our systems now to see what is going to happen, to see if it will allow us. Yes, I believe very, very strongly that we are back on again. I believe that we are back on again. That is my belief. We are back on again. If you can hear me, I believe that people can now hear me once again. We are back on FM and all our apps. If you have called before, do not call again. If you have called before, do not call again. The number to call this very morning is, I'll give it to you after this. The caller on Signal, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I can hear you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Emenike Chukwuemeka. I'm calling from Gabon.
Please go ahead.
Okay, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want to thank you for the good work you are doing.
Thank you. Go ahead.
And I'm so muchly grateful for the announcement you made this morning. I've been trying to call you all this while, but I couldn't be able to connect. So I thank you for your good work. And what I want to say is this: all the things we are doing, especially back home, don't have to be making it live on air. Especially the issue that you say about Mike. So we have to have some secret to deal with these people.
Thank you very much, and I have heard. Thank you very, very much. I have taken that very advice on board. The thing is that the governors, they think they're very smart. They think they're intelligent. That's the funny thing about them. People, we are demonstrating, and in the midst of a revolution, things were happening. The police were nowhere to be found. The streets were deserted. Everyone was empty. The governors were begging, please, can you stop? And let us do a cleanup and give us some time to meet the demands of young people. They sent people that were calling me, people that I have respect and regard for. They were calling, and I said, okay, let us go and do cleanup. As soon as we announced it, Dave Umahi arranged with Asorok to bring in soldiers using Ebonyi State money. All the governors and those are them, give us, and the administrator in Imo State, give us troops, please give us troops. And they said to Wike, we have army and police in Iguacha. We also have a sizable terrorist community in Iguacha. They will no longer rape your women and your daughters. Meanwhile, use them to go to people to kill people. And that's what they're doing. I'm saying all of these things so that any day our own madness starts, all these efulefus, these idiots that always write their junk, you'll be able to put things into its proper perspective, because it's bound to happen. And you hear about it very, very soon. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yes, this is Samuel Nnamdi calling from Aya.
What is happening where you are? Is the killing still going on?
Well, for now, we've not recorded any killing, but the only thing there is that at Ariada Junction, the soldiers are still very much there, and during the day, they always shoot everywhere, and the problem with them is that some of them, all of them are not trained. Some people can get hit by a live bullet. That's the problem we are facing here now. And when they are passing through that area, the junction, they are always telling someone to lift up their hands. will be in surrendering to them or something like that. So I don't know what can be done about that or what our people can do about that. They are always there. They are always there. They are really disturbed. That is just the truth about this place.
And thank you for that. At Ariaga Junction, they are. Okay, there's no problem. I want to remind zoo politicians, especially those of them in the East. You see all those young people that will come out again, and this time around there will be no mercy. They will not listen to any advice. All your errats can write whatever junk they like. Then it will be an eye for an eye. Nobody was killed in the north when they went to collect what belongs to them from the warehouses, but all of you in the south was busy killing and maiming people that went to collect what actually belongs to them. You pay very dearly for it. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller, you can only call on signal. Some of you calling on WhatsApp, you're wasting your time. Only signal. Only signal. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Hello?
They said the army is everywhere in Obibo, killing people. We know. We are aware of what is happening in Obibo. We are aware. The world can pretend they do not know. And when the revenge will come, when the vengeance will come, I hope and pray they pretend they don't know what is going on. There is no Yoruba newspaper editor now that will see what is happening in Obibo and report it. Any day now will rise up and revenge. It will be everywhere. It will be on channels. That's why I hate Nigeria with a passion. A country full of evil, lying, deceitful hypocrites everywhere. Honesty is in very short supply. If you have called us before, please do not. Once I accept, you can call. Not call. Once I accept you, then you go quiet. If I accept you, please, you call. Once I accept you, you call. And if you call, you ask a very simple question. The caller on the line, what is your question? Go ahead.
Hello?
Oh my goodness, this person, do not call again. IPOB, Morocco, please, I beg of you, do not call again. I get upset with you. I'm not here to waste my time. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my leader.
Yes, go ahead, please. And go away from where you are. I can hear your voice, which means the world can hear your voice. You don't need to be listening. You don't have a third ear. You only have 2 ears. As Judge Judy will say, for a reason. Only speak to me via the phone, I beg of you. What is your name and where are you calling from? Your name and where you are calling from.
Hello.
That's what I'm saying. Once you keep listening to radio, you cannot pay attention. You want your voice to come out of the radio, it's not going to happen. I don't know why people cannot learn. Something so simple, they don't learn. Once I pick your call, you speak to me via the phone. Stop expecting to hear your voice via your listening device before you speak. You're wasting our time. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Good morning to you, please. And where are you calling from?
My name is Anselm Onyebuchi Udowole. I'm calling from South Africa, from Amambara in Biafra land, Abatete to be precise.
Abatete, thank you very much. Please go ahead from South Africa. The world is listening.
It is my very first time getting you on air, and I am very, very pleased. I'm very grateful to Elohim because this day is a very great day for me. Let me just go straight to the point. I just want to encourage our people that whatever positive you started in life, do not go back. I don't have much to say because St. Paul used to say to the apostle, when they brought him out, he used to tell them, peace be unto you. He's too old, so they expect him to say much, but they only tell them one word, peace be unto you. I want our people to be united in this particular time. This is not time to nag on each other. Let us be united to fight one common enemy. And the phrase remains, once you start anything to change and bring good thing in your life,
Do not go back, no matter the consequences, no matter what is coming. Do not go back. That is my word for our people. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and you have spoken very, very well. You have spoken very, very well, and we are not going back. I want to ask some of you, when it comes to gossip from that pig or from whoever, you see BBC Igbo. Now they are killing people since 3 days now in Obi Igbo. Where is BBC Igbo? You can't see them. They are working for SARS. They are part of the whole SARS alliance. Now it's very clear, isn't it? Britain wants all of you dead. Dear me. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, Onyendo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Give us your first name and where you're calling us from, if you may.
Yeah, my name is Sonyeka. I'm calling from Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
From Cambodia. Please go ahead. We're listening.
Yes. Yeah. There's something I want to bring.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was talking with my friend, a white man from California. He gave me some suggestion. He said, we know they know all we are passing through. I tell him, yes. He said, we are the problem of ourselves.
Of course we are.
I asked him how. He said sometimes foreigners can send the diplomatic from the world. They will front Igbo man to defend there is no problem, anything is okay. So if you can able to wipe away our leaders, we can get what we want within a short time.
It's a very good advice. It's a very good advice.
I think yeah. I said that it takes me pump and blame. The senators, House Assembly, governors is the problem we have. The world knows that we are passing a lot of things. But when they send the diplomatic from abroad to Nigeria, they will front Igbo man to say there's no problem, everything is okay, there's no problem. So if we can able to wipe all our senators, House Assembly, all of them, wipe them out, so that the world will know that we are serious of what we are doing. Say we are saying that we need this thing every 4 years. We vote them to Nigeria's Senate and everything. After some time, we are sitting fighting for Biafra. Say you look childish. Say if we can able to wipe these people and stop the election from our side, the world will know that these people are serious of what they are doing.
We don't want to go too far, but they will see what will happen very soon. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much. The greatest problem, even during the war, the saboteurs we had, they did a very wonderful job in making sure that Biafra will not come, including Dr. Zikiwe, Zik of Africa. That was why his statue was set on fire and burnt, for the idiots who do not know. He was against our freedom. That's the reason why his statue was set on fire. They know what they're doing, but they're going to pay very, very dearly for it. I have a caller on the line. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please. No, cannot hear me. The line was playing up. We are not taking calls on WhatsApp, but they won't hear this UG Black. We are not taking calls on WhatsApp. If you're calling us on WhatsApp, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. If you have called before, do not call again, please. And somebody wants to tell me something in private, then when I finish, you can call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Thank you, sir. My name is Brian Daniel. I'm calling you from New York.
From New York, please go ahead. What time is it in New York now?
It is 3:06 or so.
3:06 a.m. in the morning.
Thank you, sir. That's the right time.
Wow. And you are awake? Don't you have a job to go to tomorrow? Or in the morning?
Mazi, believe me, I have a work. It has been so difficult being awake to get you on Fridays. Last week, Friday, I was on to waiting, but I was not fortunate enough to speak with you. Thank you, Hamadike. How are you?
Very well, thank you, my dear brother.
Good. Thank you, sir. So, Mazi, I just want to take you back to 2015 when you were with World Igbo Congress.
Yes.
I could remember one lady asking you, what did you say you are going to do? Is it war? So, what I want to say at this point is this. That woman collected $1,200 from Trump. All those allies who were in that meeting you had in World Igbo Congress, Trump gave them $1,200 for palliative. But look at the palliative for our people.
Did you say $1,000?
$1,200, every of them.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. Trump gave everybody in America $1,200. Is that correct? All of you in America. They couldn't even bring it to put into Biafra. Oh, this UG.
People that sat in that meeting, those people you had that meeting with in 2015, all of them, including that woman that asked you, do you say you need a weapon? Are you going to war? You remember that woman?
Yes.
In the meeting, beautiful. She collected $1,200 too. So why I brought this issue is this. These are our governors who hoard this food. Sir, do you know how many people that they killed because they come outside during the lockdown? Do you know how many
these politicians are evil. Chineke, these people are wicked. They are wicked.
Do you know how many people they damaged their cars and their keke? Because they came outside. They forced them to lock them in and they refused to give them this food. It is a very wicked experience. Do you know why I brought this issue? In some states, they are doing local government elections. Our people, are we still going to vote?
Oh, they will. Black in this OG. Black people. They will vote. Black.
I have been following you and I found out that you are always right. And do you know one more thing? Do you know one more thing that will surprise you? I want to know how these people will stand in presence of the youths to go and campaign in 2023. If ever they will see the 2023. I wonder what they will. I wonder what Sanwo-Olu will stand and tell the youth of Nigeria.
No, you give them bread and pick milk. You give them one packet of Indomie, and they will come out and vote for him. Just Indomie, and they'll come out and vote.
It is a very painful thing. When you told us not to vote, we thought you were joking, and now it has come. When you told us, give us money, let us buy a weapon, that they will come and kill you, we thought you were joking. All these things are happening in our own eyes. Therefore, I do not have any question to tell you. Only question I have, only thing I wanted to say is our youths. Forget about these politicians. Do not stop following them at the back. Nothing good will come out of them. Because remember how many of you that they killed during the lockdown. They forced you to go and stay inside. Do not come out. The same police that live in the same street with you. The same police that live in one bedroom killed us. Killed a lot of people during the lockdown. I remember one man, the one woman narrating how they killed the husband that went to buy drugs for the children. They killed him on the way. And they hold this food.
That is what Britain wants. Britain wants, he wants black people are dying. I think he gives joy to some white people in Whitehall at the front and come. They love it. Once they hear that, oh, another person has been killed, they drink and they have fun. They laugh.
One thing I want to say, my leader, is all the experiences you see that the Fulanis bring, and all the things you see them at is Igbo experience. It's a Fulani that gave them those ideas. Even the idea of bringing the military that you see now, if you see the massacre in Obibo, it is a horrible massacre. All those things are the idea of a Fulani, Igbo a Fulani. Anything you see Fulani doing today is idea of Igbo with live.
So you're telling me that Wike got up one morning and said, go and kill people, and the army came and they said, and nobody is talking now. None of the Fulefus are speaking. Oh, no Yoruba Papa is carrying it. Oh, nobody, all of them, they are there. Everybody is now pretending. BBC is nowhere to be found. All of them, they've gone into hiding. Any day people get upset and rise up to go and carry out revenge attacks, you will see them, their mouth will start running. Now back up, all of them will start yapping the usual rubbish. Has he spoken? about the carnage in Obibo being raked by Wike. Has that has put that pig that is guarding pipeline for Sultan of Sokoto? No, they will not speak. Useless people.
When they finish entertaining themselves, anyone that has a little conscience, after entertaining himself, he will video a little clip and send out. He will just video a little clip after the horrible military has maltreated and killed a lot. Then after this one finish entertaining himself, he will just post one little clip of a tip of the atrocity they committed. The idea of cloning going to Belfast was a flavor idea. It was a flavor idea.
Don't worry.
And the didn't get to that point. So I'm still talking to our fellow youths that we are doing our best here. We cannot be here and be there. Let them do their part there. Let them stop running to OKC person to go and contest for local government DJ. Let them not do it, because at the end of the day, nothing good will come out of it. They will hoard the food again, and they sell the food. They will not give it to them. Thank you, my leader.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very much for that, and well spoken. I like that. Well spoken. Very well spoken. They keep complaining that our lines are fluctuating this very morning. You know, it's the zoo. They send a lot of signal to trying to bombard our IP address and trying to, in an effort to bring it down. They have failed before. They will also fail again today. If you have called us before, do not call us again. Once your request comes in, check your phone. Once I accept you, then you can call. That's how it's done. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning to you, my dear brother. Please, your name and where you're calling from and your question.
My name is Kenneth Umunna Okeke. I'm calling from Germany.
From Germany. Please go ahead. And what is your question, if you have any?
So Mazi, I have a question, but I don't want to waste time of greeting or something like that. We still have a lot of time to give greetings and thanks to you for all you are doing. So what I just want to ask as a question or to add as a suggestion is that this very killing that is going on in Nigeria as at this moment and in Biafra land, because we in diaspora here, we are getting provoked because we can't take it anymore. Like as I'm saying, for my own side, if I should speak for myself, if not for Corona issue, I will be going to Nigeria. I have something to do on my own without even asking you a question. So in the issue of eliminating people, we have rude boys who are in Europe who are ready to do anything, and we are even thinking on how we can be organizing ourselves here to have something like the people in diaspora who are ready for the fight whenever it comes.
The volunteers, just organize yourselves. Anytime we hear that any of them is in Europe, then we move men there before their aircraft lands. We are there waiting for them.
This is what we are trying to do in our meetings, when we hold our meetings, to just do some things on the ground so nobody knows what we are doing. So, but what I'm trying to say is, this thing have been bugging my mind because the Western world, these Europeans who are not saying anything for what is happening in that very contraption today. But my major anger is to Britain and Germany and Holland and some of these special countries in Europe. I made a video which I posted in my Facebook that is it not good when some of our youths or when people just on the ground go destroy their tents in Nigeria so they could understand that something is wrong in that country. So they have NNPC, they have Shell in Nigeria, they have Total in Nigeria, they have BP in Nigeria, they have a lot of companies in Nigeria that are running even at this moment as these things are happening in Nigeria. So we can't just sit down and be waiting for them until when the international community come. I think they said if you go pinch a kid, he will start to cry. So we have to do a little things to touch these people. Even Julius Berger, all those companies are supposed to be brought down in Nigeria, so they can at least make some comment into what is happening in our country. I do listen to German news. There was a time in ZDF, I just had a 1-minute news about what is going on in Nigeria. Since this day, I never hear anything.
They've brought them over and you hear anything again. That's how they are.
So this is just the problem. Is it not okay? Let me not just use German language. Is it not in order that we go in Nigeria and disrupt some of their activities their country are having in that country? So their country will just wake up and say, yes, something is happening. This is just what I want to say, Mazi. I don't have so much to say. Let me allow other people to call. But I just want you to look into this thing if it is not a good idea.
It will be looked into. It's a very good idea. Thank you very much. It will be looked into. It will be looked into. They are killing us. And I want the videos of the massacre. I will tweet it this morning myself. And we'll continue tweeting it because it is called Ijidraha Ogunofo. All the killings that the Igbo governors are doing right now, we must inform the world. It is very, very important we do so. And then watch and see what is going to happen. I feel sorry for them, honestly speaking. And then let me see the idiots that will tell me, hey, my business, you're putting our life in danger. We are in Kanu, we are in Bauchi, our life is in danger. But they are killing us. Our life is in danger in Obibo. For information. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Move away from your listening device and talk to the whole world.
Hello.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Chimeze. I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
From Canada. Please go ahead. The world is listening. Go ahead.
Sir, I have a few questions. My first question is about this Utele guy.
I don't discuss idiots on this platform. This is Radio Biafra. It's not for gossip. I don't discuss idiots here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand me? Do you understand me? I said.
Yes, sir.
Simple.
Yes, sir.
Don't discuss idiots here. We are here discussing about freedom. We are talking about inconsequential criminals.
Okay. Sorry, sir. My second question is this. Isn't it possible we make a little move towards the these refineries these foreigners have? Because to my understanding, these people are the reason why we're having these problems, to the fact that nobody even in the Western world is ready to discuss this. The news barely put what's going on in Nigeria during the protest. They barely put it out there in the news. So why don't we somehow make a move towards these refineries to see what their reaction will be? Because these are the places they're benefiting from, that they don't want to listen to what our cries are for.
Let me tell you something. Even the refineries are not working. They have what is called flow station. They have flow stations. That's what they have. And the thing is that if we decide now to cripple and to paralyze the pipelines, for instance, but people know what to do when the time comes. They're going to do it. And I will very strongly recommend and suggest, because what they are doing is that our people seek asylum. You're in Canada. People are seeking asylum in Canada with IPOB. Even people who are from the Middle Belt, even Yoruba people. Everybody seeks asylum with IPOB. And they get their papers wherever they are. So what the zoo is trying to do is to stop people from getting asylum in countries. So what we have decided to do is to say, anything that we intend to do, please inbox me. Nobody should say it live on air. Inbox me, please. Very, very important that you inbox me. Very, very important, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you. Once I accept you on Signal, the next thing is that I expect your call. Check. Once I accept you, please, then you can call. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Have you called before?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Have you called me before today, this morning? You have called before. That is great. You have spoken. There are people who are trying to get hold of us. They've not been able to do so. Please allow them to speak. Once I accept you, then you can call. Check your messages. Check. Once I accept you, then you can call. I have accepted you. Wanajite, I have accepted you now. You may call. Once I have accepted you, you are at liberty to call. Once you are accepted, then you may make a call. I have not seen any calls yet, just messages all over the place. Once I accept you, you can call. The time now is what? 21 minutes past 8 p.m. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, my dear brother. Please give us your name and where you're calling us from, if you may.
Yeah, Mazi, this morning, my name is not really important. As you've already said before, what is actually bothering me here, because to be honest with you, sir, I am not happy with everything that is going on. And I believe every Biafran in their right thinking, who has their brain intact. In fact, every human being, every living being who has their brain intact will never be happy with what is going on towards Biafra and in fact in Nigeria at large. Mazi, there's a video that I watched recently whereby I saw a Biafran, a very young guy, a very young promising guy, struggling for his life. The guy was shot, and this guy was struggling for his life to the extent that I cannot even hold myself again. I can't, because now it's like we are start developing, person like man, it's like, because I even went to go and see doctor, because I'm start developing high blood pressure about all these things. How many of us are going to die before we do something? How many of us are going to die before we do something meaningful, before we do something more effective? Mazi, there's a lot of way to kill a goat. These people are crocodiles. They are killing people. Anytime I see any news, it is Biafra being killed. Any news, Biafra being killed. Everywhere, Biafra being killed. How many of us are going to die before we start doing something? I am tired and I'm fully, in fact, I'm fed up with all this. If we want to kick, let us kick, and that's what will happen. And let it happen now. If we want to die, let everybody die and go. Not for we to be dying with high blood pressure. Our people are dying there almost every day and night. In fact, they are not just dying, they are dying a very painful death. They struggle when they die. We cannot take this thing anymore. If we don't want to do, let us cancel everything and let everybody relax. Let everybody relax. Because we say we have our volunteers on ground, and we don't even say anything. We have a lot of way to bring down all these people. We must not confront them. We must not lose our young people. We must not lose them. It is not a must for we to lose them. We must not confront all these Janjaweed. We must not confront them on the street. When we do that, I want to remind you one thing. Those people who are being shot by this Janjaweed, they are the real Biafrans. Because these are the people who are ready to give up their life for this struggle. That is why they are ready to die. And when we keep on losing this kind of people, Biafra is losing. We are really losing. These are the real Biafra, not those who are mentioned in Biafra. These are the real Biafrans. These are the real soldiers. These are the people who will give up their lives to defend our land tomorrow. And we keep on losing them. In fact, they are dying painful death. They struggle before us and they give up.
Understood.
We have many ways for taking all these people out. The money that you are putting on weekend, 100 million, is enough to buy rights. I mean, sniper gun, barrett, M83 or M84. We can get all these things. We go in far distance. Decent mind, we bring down all these people. When our people are protesting, once we see them, we bring them down once. If we get 100 rifles of sniper rifle, of barrett M83, in each state we can share 10 snipers. We will train them. Work with the right people, Mazi. We will train these people. We will bring them. We must. By this time, we're supposed to be mourning Nigerian soldiers. We're supposed to be mourning all these Fulani Janjaweed. One day it can be taken. All these people you are putting bounty on their head.
This money, we can use it to buy a very software whereby we will take out all these people once and for all. Let everybody that want to die. We must not keep on losing our people. We must not look in. God, fuck.
Very, very upset. And I understand your anger. I do. You must understand we are fighting multiple enemies on different fronts at the same time. Yoruba media is against us, for your information. Igbo media is also against us, for your information. The zoo is against us, for your information. Britain coordinating the diplomatic offensive against us is there, very strong. Your governors also, they are fighting against us. We are navigating all these enemies with a great deal of care. And as I said, wait, you will hear what will happen. It's happened before. It will happen again. Just wait and see what is going to happen. Sadly, in a revolution, when you have a murderous enemy and a murderous army, these things are bound to happen. And when you have people doing that, they are your own people doing it, then it is a double tragedy. But let's take this call. The call on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is still remains Philip Chukunyim Eze Chibwe.
Have you called us before? Have you called us before? Okay.
No, I've not called before.
Go ahead.
This is my first time I'm reaching you.
Go ahead, please.
I was the one that reached you the other day. I told you I'm from Iguzo.
Yes. Yes. I
was the one that called, and secondly, I was trying to reach you this morning. I'm the one controlling that IPOB Morocco.
Oh, are you? Are you IPOB in Morocco? Okay, I thought you somebody else.
I'm the one.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what is wrong with the network there, but it's not good.
It's fine now. We are speaking now, and it's better now. It's fine. It's clear. Please go ahead.
It's better. Now I used another phone. This is another phone now. This is a different phone.
Go ahead.
It's a different phone. So, my leader, first of all, I'd like to appreciate your effort. Even I watched your interview with Daily Momodu yesterday. You really did well there. I'm really impressed. I was watching that video with my family, and my wife is sending his greetings to you. There's something I said during my conversation with you the other day concerning our security. Anything that concerns, like I said, anything that concerns anything about security, I'm saying it again, time without number, it should not be discussed on the air. It should not be viewed on air. Anybody that wants to ask anything about security, how we're going to tackle these people, it should not be discussed on air, because it seems that these people are using that advantage over us. They are taking that advantage over us. Everything about security, the way we talk, the way we plan about it, talking it on air, it seems that after then you see them doing or counteracting what we are about to do. So it should not be discussed. And anybody that wants to discuss anything about security, you should send it through voice message or maybe message to you. And secondly, I saw some of the video going around in Facebook concerning our people that have been killed in Obigbo in River State. It's very alarming. It's very, very alarming. Our volunteers is on our ground. I respect our volunteers to do the needful. For now, this is their duty. And we in diaspora, we are with them. We are with our volunteers. We are praying for them financially, physically, and otherwise. But this is the time for them to take effect. It does not really mean everybody must be a volunteer. Even when they are 10 in number, let them do the needful. Even when they are 20 in number, let them do the needful. It's not called for that everybody must be a volunteer. No. It's people, the volunteer are people that are fit to do the work. Let them do the needful. Hope my leader, you are hearing me.
Loud and clear, and so is the whole world. I'm just listening to you.
I understand the way this warfare goes. Everybody must not be a soldier. It does not really mean everybody must be a soldier. But as long as some people are being selected to be a volunteer, let them do the needful. That's how we tackle these people. That's how they tackle these people. They should go in the daytime. Like the last caller said, he said those people that are killed down in Biafra land, they are the hardcore IPOB members because they listen to your instructions. The way you do, the way you tell them, if you tell them to go out, they go out. They listen to instructions. Let the volunteers, this is the time when the volunteers are going to do their needful. And like I said in my earlier conversation, anything that concerns security should not be discussed. Anybody that wants to discuss anything about security, you should not tell them. Don't tell anybody about anything concerning your security, the way the volunteers are going about their duties. No, don't tell anybody again. Let them send you a voice message or message through your inbox, IPOB.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
God bless you, sir.
And you too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye, sir.
Thank you. There is a plan on the ground at the moment. The Anambra State governor held a meeting yesterday with DSS. They will start their own killings anytime soon. Omahi have started his own. Wike have started. So it is a coordinated effort. If we do not fight back, they're going to kill everybody. They are going to kill everybody. Let's take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning to you, please.
My name is Uche Chukwu Godwin, so I'm calling from Lagos.
Please go ahead, we're listening.
Yes, sir. Mazi, so I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Have we, the indigenous people, have we ever protested? Have we ever gone out in a protest concerning man in Asarok?
No, we have not.
Okay, because this man is dead. So we as a people needs to make a point to the world. Because these people are scared. Let me tell you one thing. They are all scared knowing that we people knows that this man is dead. This is the weapon on our hand. We must understand this. We as a people needs to go out and let the world know in a march, in a protest, that man in Asarok is dead, and we cannot accept it. No human being, not even the Westerners, can accept a president that is late to rule them. So I think we cannot accept it too. So we need to use this as a weapon against them. I'm still expecting that we will march all over the world to let the world know that man in Asarok is there, and we cannot take it. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, my Deborah. Thank you. People are coming up with very good. Of course, when you see your brothers dying, you get very emotional. So the caller from Germany, it is understandable. People are very, very angry. But I can assure you, the same thing happened to the Jews. They were being slaughtered all over the place. Today, nobody can take a Jew for granted. And that's how it's going to be with Biafra. We are going to prevail. Just watch and see. Now we know who our enemies are, both external and internal, and the great work can now begin. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you are?
My name is Simon Nerimo. I'm calling from Cyprus.
From Cyprus?
I'm from Ugali, not local government, Delta State.
You are from Ugali, and what is your ethnicity?
Urobo.
You are Urobo. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much for what you are doing for the Biafrans. I really appreciate it, and I've been following your program for over a year now. You see, it's really disturbing that whenever you open the news, you see Biafrans killed here, Wike killing Biafrans in Port Harcourt, the Igbo governors are killing Biafrans, and they are the one inviting the soldiers from the north to come and kill their own people. This is totally unacceptable. If you check the history of revolution in the world, the most successful one in the Caribbean was the Haiti Revolution.
Organized by a Biafran.
Yes, organized by Biafran. When you try to be diplomatic with the world don't understand the language of diplomacy. This is what everybody must understand. If the world understands diplomacy, why are they building bombs? Why are they building weapons of war if they understand diplomacy? Because they have in the back of their mind. If dialogue cannot work, war will work. Donald Trump is not a peaceful man. He's creating peace because he has a backup to fight. Nobody is peaceful in this world. Nobody is diplomatic enough to say, I'll be peaceful or true. When the HR revolution started, they appointed a man. He was a black general. He went to be diplomatic. He wanted to be diplomatic over everything he wants to do. He was invited to France, the way they're inviting Wiki and other governors now. He was invited to France. And the French general knew that this guy is trying to terminate their effort. So they killed him. They killed him in France. Until the other Biafran, the black man woke up and he said, no, now there is a way to tackle these people. First, we have to kill the enemies within. That's the first thing. Let nobody shy about it. Nobody can shy from it. We must kill the enemies within. Because without the enemies within, there is no way the enemy without can do anything. How many are the governors? How many guards do they have? How many convoys do they have? How many guns do they have? And how many are we, the volunteers, in each state? Let's coordinate this attack. This is nothing to hide. The world knows it. Hiding from it, they'll keep killing us. We don't need to hide from it. How much is snipers gun? Remington, we get these things together. The world use gun. They produce it for sale. It is for war. It is not for hunting. Let's use it for the purpose. There is no way the world will keep writing good about us. We are expecting the media of the world to carry good news about us. It will never happen because their interest is betrayed in here. This is new colonialism we are talking about. When Biafra is free, Africa is free. And we are taking food from these idiots. So don't expect them to write good about us. We want the bad news. Let them spread it. But what we are doing on ground is what matters. Let's organize these volunteers and do the needful. Let's take these governors out. 1 week, 2 weeks, we are done. Let them write their rubbish. It is what we want that matters. This is my little contribution, sir. Thank you.
It is not little. It is a very massive contribution. It is not little. You have actually enlightened me even further, or should I say, educated me this morning, and have also learned from you. Thank you very much for what you have said. They can write whatever rubbish they like about us. What matters is the ultimate. Did Biafra come or not? And our people must prepare on the ground. I told you to be mentally tough. That time has come. That time has come. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Ifed Richugu. I'm calling from Netherlands. I'm from Anambra State. Iswafia, precisely.
Iswafia, thank you very much. That's where you come from. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mazi, you know, some of our people that is calling on this radio, some of them I don't know how to speak English, even like me. Mazi, please, you know, it's for a long time I called you. I'm the one that called that I need more pennies to chop. Well, I need Biafran jersey, Biafran cloth. So all these things you are talking to us, you are enlightening us every day by day. We are happy and I'm following. Since I entered IPOB, my life changed because of your lecture. You are the best lecturer in the whole world. You are the best. Even if anybody who wants to challenge you, you always say you give them 5 seconds, 5 minutes. I hear you.
If they can last 5 minutes, it's too much. I have demolition. If you last for 2 minutes, then you went to school. Please go ahead.
But now, all those things, I want the same thing to apply in our Biafran brothers, comrades. Everywhere they are, even those people. You see, I'm feeling bad when I see all these photos because we always seeing it here. Something that happened in Africa, mostly in Biafra land. Some of our people don't have access to internet and even to go and work because of data. So now those that have that asset to tell them this is what is happening. And some of them don't even know when they even say they have a protest. So please, there is a way we can organize ourselves. And one thing, please, they said, if Oga no die, boy go die. All these, our governors, we know they are our problems. If
If Obianako no go die, if Odevu no go die, there's people where be boy where they give message to go and send. We can try to do something, but not when I'm here now. We can try to do something, even if I talk finish, because now, unless our people that is there know where they are in and out, they are the people that can do something secretly without anybody hear it. And when that thing hits one of them, now everybody will say, hey, it don't happen, it don't start you. It don't start you, because that is the way of our people thinking. Please, I know maybe I'll say a point or I don't say a point, but my own is that those people are not our God. And they are the people destroying our land. We have to know what to do. That is silently, without nobody knows. And when it happen, the news will come out. Please, continue with your good job. We are listening to you every day by day.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
And you too, my dear brother. And bless you too. Thank you very, very much. We are live and we are direct. Of course, you're upset as to what? The same people that killed us during the war, Fulani with Britain, the same people are killing us today through our own governors. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Imagine Germany conniving with a few Arabs to be killing, and then they tell Netanyahu, not Netanyahu, maybe they tell the mayor of Jerusalem, to be killing Jews living in Jerusalem, Israelis living in Jerusalem. It's just, the whole thing is astonishing. Astonishing. I don't know who did this to them. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, my leader, good day. My name is Jeremy Pastor Prosperous. I'm calling you from the Kingdom of Cambodia.
Yes.
First and foremost, as usual, as always, somebody called from here. I didn't get his name because we always want to find out if most of us that like to call and contribute are part and parcel of the family. So, but that is, by the way, I will find out later the broadcast. I will find out who the person was. My contribution right now is that a lot of comrades has said a lot of things that make sense. You know, one thing with we human beings.
Can you hear me?
And if you kind of explain how the night dinner between the husband and wife was kind of initiated, the whole secret will be exposed. And putting all your eggs in one basket without minding what you could meet along the way, either you love the whole eggs, I mean, it matters a lot. Why am I saying this in proverb is that most of us always like everything to be exposed. They kind of tell
everybody wants to be told. They don't see what is happening now on the ground, and they keep saying our volunteers must do something. Do you want me to tell you what they're doing on the air live? Is that what you want? I don't know.
Why are they doing that? Is that they are sabotaging the information because they are decoding the code of the secret security conduct. Because by so doing, they will got you provoked and you will say things you don't want to say on air, and the enemies will go and use it against us. Why them themselves will not come out to protect it? Just like you said last time that 100 billion has been placed for Wike, and how many of them have been working towards that 100 billion? Are they not interested in that very money? Why are they still calling and complaining that they are killing them? They are killing us, they are killing people, that we saw video and this and that. It's only a coward.
Well, thank you very much. One of our sisters called from South Africa, a sister married to a brother and said, in a revolution, you don't wait for anybody to give you a gun. You lay ambush. You take the guns from them and then do the needful. Nobody gives you a gun in a revolution, or else in a revolution is a planned war. They hear it, it goes through one ear, they come back the next day, they write, give us gun on Facebook. Give us gun on Facebook. You cannot throw ordinary Molotov cocktail, but you want a gun. Ordinary, the gun, something you can use to slow down their advance. You cannot use it, but you want a gun. These people, I don't understand them. We have been men on the job. The men are working, but you won't hear about it. But work is going on. And very soon, the only you can see is the result very soon. We're not going to say anything or talk about it. Once I accept you, please, you make your call. Allow me to repeat. If you're calling us on WhatsApp, you are wasting your time. The only place you can get us is on Signal. And the number is +44 77 61. I'll give it to you. Let me take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my leader. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, my dear brother. Please, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Gabriel Chukuna Souza. I'm calling from Milano.
From Milan. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Sir, I want to say something like this, because this Nigerian youth that has come out, you want them that they should not go back, they should stand. And they went and rubbished themselves and went back. Now, you issued something that they will come and pick them and kill them. This is exactly what is happening, my leader. And you asked a question last 2 days. You said, my people, do you want me to get Biafra for you or not? Tell me now, because I understand what you mean. Today, my leader, I want us to take this war to them. You remember Shetima Yarim said that they will bring the fight to your domain, and they came to kill you, and people must say to you, my leader, let us take this fight to them. Forget about the one leader. Let us take this law into our hands. We have died a lot. Let us go and meet them. My leader, give us order to go and meet them. This is what I want to tell you, my leader.
Thank you. Even the executions are going on right now as we speak. They are going door to door in Obibo and executing people right now as we speak. They are executing people, and our radio is not working in Iguacha. They said there is something wrong with whatever. It's not working. They are executing people right now as we speak, but nobody will cover it. Nobody will. If you have called before, please, I beg of you, do not call again. The number to call, or there are now calls are coming when I want to say the number. The caller on the line, can you hear me? They cannot hear me. +44 7761 825 346. +44 7761 825 346. That is the number on Signal to call. Can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Hi, my name is Okay, I'm calling from Virginia, USA.
From Virginia in USA, what would you like to say? Please go ahead.
Virginia, okay, Virginia, USA. I wanted to talk to you.
Go ahead.
I wanted to discuss some, discreet.
Okay. After this program in the next, should I say 10? Thank you very much, Bana. He has something. He's an American, maybe or not maybe. Of course, he's a Biafran American. Our people should get hold of themselves. Yesterday, during the interview, I was asked, which are your favorite books? And I told them, one of them is Exodus. Go and see what the Jews went through and stop being stupidly emotional. You need to control your emotions. That way you can reason properly. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, my great leader.
Good morning to you.
Yes, my name's Mazi Nnamdi. I'm calling you from Ghana.
From Ghana, please go ahead. We're listening.
Yes, sir. I recommend and I thank you for all you have been doing for us. You have been a lecturer. You have been an enlightenment to us and our own generation. The only thing I wanted to bring as a suggestion is, many of us ask some stupid question that pushes you to try to explain to them as to give them hope so that they know they fight. Through giving them hope, you will now tell them, set up all the plans made to react or to defend ourselves. So, sir, I'm of a suggestion that such question comes, don't answer them. You just cut it, because many of us, many will call, speaking Igbo, answering Igbo name, claiming they are Igbos, they are not Igbos. So when they ask a delicate question to reveal much about our security, sir, please don't answer them. This is my humble contribution.
Thank you very much. And point well taken. Point well taken. If I accept your call, if I accept you on signal, then you call. Once I accept you, then you call. And I will be able to take your call. We've been on air now for nearly 2 hours, and with 8 more minutes to go. So we take a few more calls, and that will be it. We must remain very strong and resolute. Very strong and resolute. Mental toughness. Mental toughness is needed, not stupid emotions. Mental toughness. Our enemies will pay dearly. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please.
Yes, I can hear you. My name is Olo Denmark. I'm calling from Denmark.
Go ahead.
Yes, thank you for all you are doing. But I want to encourage our people to keeping up. During the war, my father was partially handicapped, but he went to war. Today, I am older, but I will do everything that it takes as a man to support the struggle. So every young man, everyone, as you gave them instruction, to continue to go for the revolution, they have refused, they go back, and that is the consequences they are facing now.
Once you go back, they kill you. Once you go back, once you leave the street and you go to your house, it's over.
Yes, they have to be strong. They have to listen to every single instruction you give them. Because if they fail, what they are receiving now is because they refuse to listen to what you told them. They must be consistent. You don't go and back and forth, you will die.
And how can you be on the street as a, my dear brother, how can you be on the street as a revolutionary? And in the night, you go back to your house to go and sleep. I said to them, sleep in the bushes. Sleep outside your house. Sleep in the bushes. You don't go back to your house in a revolution. That is how you start, from inside the bushes. Oh, China can remember these people.
Learn their lessons. All this killing now, it shouldn't be. Because of not listening to what you said. That is why we are suffering the consequences now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my dear brother. And with that, we have come to the end of the program this very morning. If you know you are not mentally tough to tolerate or to absorb what is to come, then you have no business with freedom fighting. Not everything that happens, you start screaming, internalize that very anger. That's what I was doing all through yesterday. You let that anger propel you. You use it to strategize and then to plan to hit back at the enemy. Not shouting and screaming and expending energies all over the place, being emotional, being emotive, trying to demoralize our volunteers who are doing some very important work. Some of you don't know how to speak. Maybe because you grew up, you know, and all your life you've been gossiping. Some of you should just simply shut up. Get us the pictures and the videos of what is happening in Obibo. Tweet, you have the handles of every media house, of everybody. We are not saying they're going to do anything for us. No, they will not. But we place them in the know so that when our madness starts, nobody can complain.